He asked me about my perfect romantic date. Of course, context matters, and he knows this. And he knows that it matters to me a lot, so he patiently, diligently answered all of my questions to get to the beautiful center of the Tootsie Pop. I asked if he'd be the one accompanying me on this date. And I asked this because I am officially single, so my fantasy dates come in all sorts of shapes and sizes and flavors. He said yes. This made things much easier to vision because I have several. I asked if he'd be treating or would we be splitting the expenses. He said his treat. I asked if he'd mind giving me a money range. He told me between $250 to $500. Now, before eyes get to rolling, we've been friends since summer 2012. I met him while doing emeritus support social work for one of my friend's godmoms. She needed someone to make important telephone calls, set appointments, and occasionally take her to run errands. And she paid well. She was contemplating selling her house. Her husband had left this realm a long time, and historic Anacostia, D.C. was being aggressively gentrified. The house needed a lot of repairs, mainly the front exterior, so I began searching for contractors. Several came out and provided estimates, but when this one showed up, Godmom had another meeting, and I told her I would keep the appointment and fill her in later. And I promise you, the moment we shook hands, I felt an instant tug on my curiosity about him. Not immediately romantic, even though he's very pleasing to look at. We both had full lifestyles already in progress. So several years went by before we spoke again, and this is when several years went by before we spoke again. And this is when he became my chess tutor. Several more years went by, and now we are here, and we are truly good friends with no romanticness involved. So I immediately asked if he would treat me to a year subscription of Canva and Linktree. He giggled and said yes, absolutely. Then I told him the breakdown I wanted to get some jumbo blue crabs, some fresh corn, some fresh fruit, some beverages, and a few sides from my favorite rotisserie grill on Allentown Road. I told him that we then go to the rooftop on my community workspace to eat and expand on ideas that we had been throwing back and forth. And that I honestly wanted to pour onto the page while picking his brain and hearing his likes and dislikes about my wonders. I ended with saying that my struggles have been bittersweet and that I wouldn't trade this initiation phase line for anything in the world. I am no longer embarrassed at the ratio of funds to my work invested because I honestly do see the bigger picture now. This is the few times I've actually seen him smile freely. His response was a kiss on my forehead while telling me how so very proud he is of me. He then tells me that we have funds left over for dessert. Then this was my time to smile, and I asked him if we could go to the office supply store instead. He giggled and said, "Of course we can."